All right, 14 tiers down, one more tier to go to win the brand new Puma Rally1 Hybrid. Here we go. The car is already kind of in a critical condition, so we'll start with speed records, see if I can set the actual speed record here. 218.5 kph is the target to hit. Let's see if this is going to be another instance of a speed record that's gonna kind of get me in trouble. All right, it's most likely gonna happen at the final corner or final setup corners, right? The fastest sector of the circuit. So none of this earlier part of the track is really gonna contribute. Just keep it clean as usual. And yeah, probably not gonna happen here either. Which means it's all gonna come down to how we handle this bit. All right, that's very promising. Probably could have gone a little bit faster even. But let's see, 218, just enough. All right, so that's a good news. We got enough in the tank. Yes. At least to get started here. And let's see, continue on to puts the car in a bit more critical condition. So considering the performance of this car, I think I'm going to, before it gets completely in critical condition, let's go for the cup, since Monza definitely has more straights than the IMS, Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course, because that one has more curved sections, right? So I think I will take my chance with the car in critical condition at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway rather than here at Monza. And as is, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to make some severe corner cutting. So those faint of heart, close your eye. This is gonna involve some severe corner cutting here, as promised. There we go. I wonder if that's the only corner cutting that I'm gonna need. They're catching up. There we go. And yeah, once we are in the lead, this challenge becomes a lot more manageable, since we can block them in the straights, as opposed to if we're chasing, they just get away and our car just cannot compete. You know, it's like acceleration is so dampened. It's kind of sad, you know. Barely getting over 200 kph, and we're getting to 210, but that may be all we have, all we're gonna squeeze out of this car at this moment. So yeah, definitely needed to get through that speed record first, since that's gonna be impossible without needing to service the car. But this way, at least we can try to make some progress without having to service the car before the event ends, you know what I mean? Alright, and each time we go through those chicanes, I'd like to think we're gonna build on the lead. Are we for real? I'm not sure. I think I may have cut the corner just a tiny bit, simply based on the way the car sounded. You know how when it gets when you cut the corner, the car struggles a little bit because there's just not enough grip off track. Alright, so we got a sizable lead now, don't we? 500 meters plus. Looking more promising. I like that. And then, of course, after that, after this cup, we have elimination. So I am just hoping that we got enough to survive the elimination so we can wrap up this limited series and win this car, finally. Alright. So, as we begin the lap 3, we have just under 600 meter lead. Not bad. Oh. A little bit slippery, are we? Alright. But still, this is why we need a sizable lead. Because you don't know when you're gonna lose it. That's better. Okay. Not bad. I mean, if anything, this car is, I feel like, slow enough. It's a good car to learn the tracks on. Your braking points. Of course, this is a little bit more on the grippy side, right? So perhaps not such a speedster. Alright, now we're up to 700 plus meters with on the lead. Not bad. Alright, but I still don't want to win by too great of a margin here. So once we get to the final lap, I will have to let the others catch up a bit. That's what I meant to do in the last lap. Angle may have been little shallow on the exit, so gotta make sure you turn your steering. Not like that. That one perhaps needed to be a little bit more shallow, huh? Yep, just a little bit of tapping on the brakes as you enter those corners. Probably the same for Ascari here. Just slight tap on the brakes and then pretty much flat out. There we go. Just under minute 16 for sector 2. think it was like 39 seconds in sector 1. Is that about right? There we go, Parabolica. That's a pretty decent handling through Parabolica, I think. Alright, and we start the final lap with just under a kilometer of a lead. Nice and healthy lead that now I feel like we have some room to play with. Alright, looking good. And the second chicane. There we go, nice and smooth. As the timer shows, 38 seconds and change. A bit more improved. Does help to stay on track. Alright. And let's see what we get in sector 2. That wasn't ideal. Minute 14 though. Not bad. Anyway. Now, yeah, I'll have to let that Drolted catch up a bit. We don't want to completely lose the momentum, but right. Nice and close finish. There we go. All right, so 5 laps. This should pay out about 50,000 motorsport dollars as well. Almost exactly. Not bad. So now that's gonna put this car in about as poor a shape as it can ever be. Now let's find out if we'll be able to manage to survive the final event, that is elimination. So we're 97% complete here. If you wanted to skip, you would have to spend 25 gold. Don't do that. Elimination at the brickyard. Let's go. Do we have what it takes? I am not sure. I guess we'll find out. If we can catch up to at least, if we survive the first 20 seconds, I think we have a chance, because then we'll get into the sort of the interior section, the curvy section, right? Road section, as it were. Yeah. So, all right. Moises, can we catch drift? No, not really. All right, so let's find out. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, this is gonna be close, isn't it? All right. Survived the first elimination, which I like to think gives me a fighting chance. As we're already up to P2. And yeah, once we're in the lead, I think we're good. There we go. I like my chances now. Yeah, I just had to get through that first elimination. That was my primary concern coming into this, because if you get eliminated in first 20 seconds, just because, at the beginning of the circuit we have, of course, just a straight, and considering the dampened performance on the car, I wasn't sure if we're gonna make it to the first corner in the first 20 seconds in this car, since no amount of bot training is gonna slow down these flag bots slow enough that they're just gonna move slow on the straights. So that's something about the bot training. It doesn't affect their performance in the straight section of the circuit. So, oh no. All right, let's see. Now you gotta catch up. Give him a nudge. There we go. Dirty. I know. Playing dirty. But things that you gotta do for the gold trophy, man. Give it a good spin. There we go. But more importantly, that's good enough for the final gold trophy number 45 and some 11,800 motorsport dollars. Thank you very much. All right, so there we go. And now we can put the car in for service. And here is once again the upgrade scheme that I used to get past that tier 13 and ultimately complete the entire limited series here. So 5 upgrades on engine instead of just keeping all 3, right? And since I put 2 extra upgrades on the engine, I was able to just do only 1 upgrade on brakes. So that way, at least you can meet the PR requirement of 56.2. And I know it did end up costing a little bit more resources than if you were to go with 3 upgrades across the board. But, tier 13, once again, the infamous speed record, I couldn't do it. So this is the alternative, cheaper. Next, well, you have to get past that goal, right? So there's no alternative, I guess. So this is the only way you can do it, costing some 309 gold. Of course, 50 of it we do get back, right? So speaking of getting back the gold, let's collect our final rewards here. The car itself, once again, which is worth some 2.25 million, 2,225 or 250. Not 225, 2,250,000 motorsport dollars worth. And is the car necessary? Not really. That's really the kind of a kicker, isn't it? Is that the WRC Challenge, the Motorsports series this car's featured in, we already have, I feel like, what is possibly a better car, Toyota, Yaris, right? The GR Yaris. Certainly faster car than this one. So this one perhaps is going to be a gripper between the two. I don't know. Now that I put more upgrades on the engine for this car, I still think it's slower than the other one. Anyway, time to collect that extra 2,000 victory points. 20 remaining gold, 60,000 motorsport dollars. All right, so there we go. At least it's got cool Red Bull Racing livery. That's something. And for those who are seeking the complete garage, there you go. You kind of need it. Although, you could always just buy the car, right? If you're not going to use the car, then you don't really need to put upgrades on. I mean, the other reason to, I guess, get the car through limited series is in the future if we have weekly time trial, right? That's really the only justifiable reason to get this car. And okay, limited I guess the round the hub victory points, right? We do get 5,250, so that will probably get you some extra gold. But anyway, victory points. Speaking of, let's collect those 2,000 victory points, which is gonna get me the 15% reward on 15% discount reward on any car, and 60,000 motorsport dollars final reward here. So there we go. All right. So there we go. That does it for that limited series. Come on, where are we? There we go. Right. 100% completion. We made it. All right, well, thanks for tagging along for the ride. Good luck in your own progress in the game. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.